people hitting me about so-and-so, but say it ain't so. I've been out the way, I stay away from stunting the growth. Cause the pros got a pro, it's all under control. Moving militant, my soldiers, we all stick to the code. Sticks and stones, broken bones, put a tag on they toe. White flags from the enemies, they 6 in a hole. Cause the pros got a pro, it's all under control. And she got sick of her friends.
What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another video. It's kind of an odd place to do an intro for the Michigan Mayhem show, but
Michigan.
Michigan. It's so loud in there with all the speakers and the music and everything, so we decided to do the intro out here. First haul with the new 389. We didn't really film loading up or any of the changes that we needed to do with the Peterbilt because it was a little stressful. We had to move the fifth wheel plate around. We're gonna get into that. Honestly, it was phenomenal. Driving the truck without the trailer, without a load, totally different than actually getting some weight on the truck and driving it. Way better experience. It's just long, it still rides really well, but it rides phenomenal with a load on it. So we stained the deck of the StepDeck with some 1540. If you guys follow along on any of the other platforms, we actually drained some oil out of the shorty, actually all of it, 3 gallons worth, and we stained the top of the StepDeck. But we got the StepDeck looking good. We hooked it up to the Peterbilt. We'll get more into that at probably the end of this show, but we're at Michigan Mayhem. You guys will see how rowdy this show is. We're going to grab our secret ingredient that we bring to all these shows.
The secret sauce.
Oh, yeah. There she is. They're actually running 2 shows this year. The later show of the year is the one where they're gonna have the dyno and stuff, so there is no dyno this one. It's really just burnouts, really just a good time. So we had to bring something to spice it up. We're gonna get too bored, but we got the 2nd gen burnout truck. It already seems to be fighting us already. Go figure. But yeah, we're here having a good time. I'm telling you guys, make sure you put this event on your calendar. I know it's a little bit further up in Michigan, but this show doesn't disappoint. So we're grabbing the nitrous bottles. I don't even know, well, they didn't even see the Ranger yet, right? You know, we do love the welds and the boggers, and that was the wheel and tire setup that we had on it. But we're running a JTX wheel giveaway, which you guys haven't gotten entered yet. Wrenchworks.com, just like any of our other giveaways. Every dollar that you spend on Wrenchworks.com automatically gets you entered into a dream wheel and tire setup giveaway. So we had to put JTXs on the Ranger. A sneak peek, spoiler alert, those are actually the wheels that are gonna go on the 5th gen, but they are 26s on 35s, and they look so killer on the Ranger. You guys can win your own JTX wheel and tire setup, any wheel, any tire, shipped to you or hang out with us for the day, but go get entered on wrenchworks.com, or even if you have wheels and tires that you already love, you could actually opt for a $7,000 payout. So maybe you need a turbo and injectors, and you already got wheels. But good thing, if you win, you can still get $7 grand, which is phenomenal. You can go buy whatever you want. You can just take it, you know, get your wife some, or you can, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You get cash or wheel and tire setup. So there's the Ranger. We'll be bopping around, but we're grabbing these nitrous bottles, and then we're gonna see if we can blow somebody's truck up today. All right, so I did actually get sidetracked when I was talking about how well the Peterbilt did on its way up here. We did suffer a massive casualty that we actually need to fix before we leave, hopefully, because it is leaking coolant bad, very bad. Like, it's leaving a puddle. You guys will see.
What a buster.
You know, we did happen to remove a certain tank from the back side of the truck that was attached to the frame rails. There were coolant lines that went to that, and you have to basically plug them when you remove that tank. We'll have to try and take a look at that before we trek 8 hours home. So it wasn't completely smooth, but it didn't leave us stranded. All right, guys, Michigan Mayhem 2025, getting the event started out here. As you guys can see, there are a ton of people here. I tell you guys, you know, what shows you should definitely be at. This is one that you shouldn't miss. We're getting ready to start all the burnouts. We got the shorty fired up. We got the 2nd gen burnout truck, making some tweaks and some changes on that, and you guys will see that out here. But yeah, take a look. Look at all these people here. You're missing out if you're not here, but getting ready to do some burnouts.
sir. Yes, sir.
She loves it. She just loves 5,000 RPMs. Like, she's just sitting there. I like kind of feel bad. I'm just like, right there, just 5,000 sitting away. I'm like, okay. Time to get probably soaked full of coolant. Good thing I know a guy who sells hoodies.
Find it.
Found it. It's this guy right here.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes later.
There used to be a tank that sat right here. They look real funny on these trucks. They really don't belong. The coolant line that goes to and out of that, right now the lines just loop together, and it kind of like got weak and kinked right there and then kind of split. So I just for now, I just re-loop the line and cut out that bad section. Do what you got to do, but it'll get us home. We lost about maybe 2 gallons on the way here, so good enough to fix up. Wouldn't be a truck show without working on the trucks, you know, so we love that, you know, so we got her fixed up, ready to go home, you know. It's a new build, and everybody knows with new builds, you got new things that you got to tweak and change, so we'll fix that. It does have a pretty massive air leak in the back. It's funny, you put all this nice fancy stuff on it, there's a reason why work trucks don't have any of that, because if you look at how you got to crawl underneath that rear section, it's a chore. It's a chore, and I'm not 100 pounds, so you know you got to do the shuffle to get underneath there. But we'll get her lined out, we'll get her fixed up. But other than that, it rode like a dream on the ride here. You know, just a chariot on clouds. We're about to tweak some things on the 2G Burnout truck with Lambo here, and after that, we'll be ready to party. Take a look at the screen. Coolant's at 78, intake air temp's at 100.
Wow.
Does not care.
Happy.
Does
it.
not care.
Air pipe's gold now.
Oh yeah. I think it might need to be in tune 3 for the pop. I'm not sure. I was waiting. Dude, that was 45, 4600. I was like waiting for it to pop. I'm not sure. It might be 3. We'll just check it out, free revving it next time.
Yeah.
How much do you want it? Like, if it starts to die,
Take it gentle at first. It's stock head bolts. It's stock head bolts.
You don't want to blow it up, right?
Take it gentle. Once it starts dying,
stock head bolts. Stock head bolts. That's a new level of crazy.
There's 400,000 miles on it. I swear to God.
Bring it back up. Okay. You heard the man.
You heard the man.
Now the thing I didn't hear was what's the definition of die?
Right.
Like if it's dying.
Spray
Like
the piss. Spray it. Keep it alive. Keep it alive.
Buster!
Come on, Greg.
I don't know if it was knocking like that before. It's a little knocky.
That does sound
That's a little knocky.
That sounds a little more knocky. Some trucks we spray like, it doesn't really matter. Oh, that truck was like, whoop, there's another 1,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Same as before?
No, before it was doing the da-da-da-da-da-da.
Is it more boost? Like, is it like the fact that the system's kind of like sealed up now, you know?
I don't think it's there. It wants it.
What's that?
It wants it.
Maybe I was just too light on it, like out there.
How high was that?
That was 4,500. All right, we got the Brody special. He wants to blow it up.
I want no part of this motor to be intact after this.
Yeah, I wouldn't want any part of this either.
I got a 6.0 LQ4 waiting at home for whenever it does blow up, but I haven't been able to blow it up yet.
I guess we're gonna do this and see what happens.
The rear end gave out last time it had nitrous, so we'll see. Like I've tried so many times to kill this motor, and if something else breaks, the rear end, the drive shaft, the tranny, axle shaft, anything else besides the motor goes.
We'll see what we can do here, I guess.
Yeah.
First ride right here, baby.
This is my first time.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
The fuel pedal fucking broke.
No way.
The fuel pedal broke.
My gosh. You can't make this up. You can't make that up.
I was like, I'm finding limiter today.
You can't make this shit up.
I'm singing Jesus right here. It broke the fuel pedal off.
Greg A managed to hit the throttle so hard he busted the throttle clean off the floor.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It broke the weld off the mount.
No shit.
It broke the weld off the mount.
Wow.
I'm about to like do it with a hand throttle.
That'd be so cool. Pull it.
All right, we should probably fix this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if this would have happened if it was a small block Chevy. Just saying.
Small black Chevy. Small black Chevy.
All right, we'll be back.
There it is.
Just so everyone knows, I'm not a little girl. Let's see if we can't fix something else today. We're good. We're pretty good at it.
So,
if not, maybe I'll do like a hand throttle. Hand throttle would be cool.
grab you stuck, step bro.
Step bro. I'll tell you what. If you need a better sponsorship for a pair of Nipex, I don't know what it is. I think we fixed 3 trucks so far with just flat jaw Nipex.
Essential key part of every toolbox.
Anybody who says burnout trucks aren't, are easy or less competition than anything else, yeah, come do it. Come do it. Let me know. All right. So, what happened here? It was kind of funny because I was actually worried. This part has already been glued on this pedal, as you can see right here. I kind of knew that, but with some washers, I kind of like reinforced it. this part right here is what actually broke off. So when I pressed down, this part broke.
So hand throttle?
So technically, what I was thinking, get me a self-tapper right here, and I will try to...
I mean, I'll be in here, I'll hold that.
To the floor, just hold it to the floor, you know what I mean?
To the floor. Like I could hold the body and you just...
Oh dude, hold on. Right here, hold on. We have this, and bro, if we pull this off,
That's not a self-tapper.
oh, it will become a self. Do you see this dimple right here?
Oh jeez.
That dimple right there is gonna be a bolt hole.
Is it working? Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a started hole, buddy. Hold on. Hold on, dude. I am so determined to not let this be the end of this truck tonight. Alright. We need some zip ties.
Oh, you're just gonna go through
I'm gonna loop it through right here.
Okay, I'll be back.
Brother! We have a hand throttle.
This is officially a sled truck now.
Literally a sled truck. You wanna try the limiter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in 3 right there. Okay, alright, everyone's freaking out, but so am I.
You want me
Brake.
to hold the brake?
So I gotta hold this here
Yeah.
on. That's good. Oh, brake pressure, come on.
second gen tail light, low miles.
It still took way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. I was not lifting. I'm like, no, I don't know what else. Like,
That video was long.
yeah, very long. Should not have been that long, but
I stood in the front and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stand here. Dude, when it was popping, it was just like right next to
and
me.
we still managed to probably get
Oh,
some
yeah.
bed.
Yeah, and the tail lights are screwed. You'll have that.
We put on for the city. That's all that matters.
Put on for the city.
I am not responsible for this. This is my waiver of being signed.
Not your fault.
Heavy knock.
She was a little dry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She needs a little more fuel. Driving this home,
Well, lubricate.
That rail is empty, brother.
she leaned out. She leaned out quick.
We're out of nitrous. Brother. Hello. Knock, knock. You wanna know who's not there? Fuel. Fuel's not there.
Sorry, Tony. This was totally Cody's idea. I had nothing to do with it, and I'm actually dead serious. So we got Lambo apparently in his tow rig.
Daily.
Yeah.
Not his burnout truck that he has. Say sorry, Tony.
Sorry, Tony. It's about how you'd want it.
About how you do it.
That was respectable.
Yeah. That's better than yours.
Sorry, Tony.
Sorry, Tony.
You put on for the city, though. You put on for the city.
I put on for my city.
That's 10 out of 10 city right there.
You're just looking at it and bring the single cam.
Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I don't think you can tow with those anymore.
It's a classic definition of we came, we saw, we conquered. So hand throttle, as you can see, 10 out of 10. Might actually even keep it in, who knows? But, you know, hand throttle definitely was a success. We definitely made that happen. We did pop the tires. You guys know we do need some more wheel speed in this truck, but you know what? We made it happen. Shorty put down, and burnouts were a success. So we'll see you guys in the morning, and we'll go over the Peterbilt, because that's fixed. It's been a night, but we came, and you know, 10 out of 10 event. Made her happen. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. The first gen, on the other hand, definitely mad after that. This thing, temperature-wise, solid. It's not overheating while it's doing that for that long, which is the whole point of the truck. We still got some tweaks to do, but man, I couldn't be happier. So we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, we are back from our weekend adventure, Mid-Michigan Mayhem. Absolutely insane event, but let's get into it. First time loaded down on the step deck with the 389. We got 2 trucks plus the Ranger. I say a little bit lighter than normal, but the Ranger still weighs, you know, about a half a truck, let's put it that way. So maybe we're down a couple thousand pounds. Not that we heavy haul anyway. Apologize the voice, definitely a little smoke inhalation on some of those burnouts, so my voice is kind of crappy right now. But let's talk about it, let's get into it. What's my impressions? Because the biggest question that I think that I've been getting is the difference between the 389 with the X15 Cummins versus old Caterpillar C15 power sitting over there. So we don't really have a ton done to the Cat. Really JBJ Diesel hooked us up on some lappy top stuff, and that's it. That's the file that's in it. We still have to put a turbo on that bad boy, but that thing honestly hauls the mail. Now, does the X15 Cummins feel the same? The short answer is no. For whatever reason, they just have 2 totally different feelings, in my opinion. I don't think power for power, it's really much different, but I do think that the Cummins needs a little JBJ revision on the computer, and then I'm gonna pass my judgment. It's kind of like, it's not really apples to apples. Like the 389, the X15 has a VGT turbo on it. It just drives a little bit different. The throttle pedal in the 389 feels a little bit different. I feel like I'm really having to push the pedal. I don't know how to describe it, and I have thought about this long and hard. It's almost like driving a truck that the pedal is like really sensitive, or like the pedal's right there. Maybe a drive-by-wire pedal in the Cat, and on the Cummins, it is very electronic to the point where you can kind of like feel the percentage that you're giving the pedal with the fuel that it's giving it to kind of accelerate at that rate. It seems like the Cat pedal, man, it's like right there, it's ready to rip, and I have heard that's like the big difference right there. But power for power, I don't think we're dealing with a huge jump like the Cummins is down, but it definitely does drive a little bit different. But I will say, how does this thing drive and handle with the long wheelbase, with how it's set up? It drives absolutely phenomenal. It is super smooth. The thing shifts better loaded down. It drives really well. The stretch, it honestly rides really nice. And the big part about the 389, the cab is nice. It's sealed off. If you have the windows up, it's not really that loud. I do really want to put a turbo on this bad boy. The VGT turbo, I think, does choke it up quite a bit. Do a little revision on the computer there and swap in a non-VGT turbo, kind of like how the Cat is. I think we'll have a completely different beast. Now, we did not go completely scot-free here on our trip. The 389 definitely had some issues. You guys saw the coolant leak that popped up. Not really that big a deal. We kind of temporarily got that fixed up. That didn't really hinder us, but we did end up blowing an airline on the way home, and I'll show you guys. We temporarily got it fixed because we were in the middle of downtown Louisville, and I barely got this thing off the road. This airline right here that went from this tank underneath this one up into this one for the secondary air. Luckily, we had, I believe these are like the flywheel bolts for the clutch. I managed to, you can actually hear it leaking down on that bottom fitting too. Oh, right there. No, we're leaking right there. But we did happen to cap that off and managed to build air with the other air tanks. So temporary fix, but we got us home. We were about an hour and a half. That blew off this top fitting right up here. So we need to go ahead and fix an airline on this thing. The other thing too that we are fighting with this truck currently is it's got a check engine light. I had my buddy Nick come over and we changed the fuel filters in the truck, but it has got, I believe, a check engine light on for the water and fuel sensor, so we need to change that. We are chasing a couple little things for this thing to be like completely dialed in at hop, go down the road, go anywhere at any given time. But overall, This thing is insane. Just walking up to it out of fuel stops and stuff like that. It is absolutely a beast of a truck. Overall success. We got it home, nothing major. Again, the first time bringing the truck out after a major overhaul, you're gonna run into some issues here and there. Completely normal. I would say breaking it in, going through the process. So we'll get these couple odds and ends fixed up. We still need to do a little more maintenance, need to do an oil change on this thing. But overall, absolutely in love with the truck. Can't wait to kind of make those couple tweaks and changes underneath the hood, make sure that we're up to par. You know, who doesn't love more power? Who doesn't love more power? But I will say there is one massive big hill about an hour out from where I live, and that's kind of like my test hill, because fully loaded down, I know exactly what the Cat can do. You don't have to downshift that thing, and you can really maintain, if not pick up speed, up these pretty big inclines. And the 389 was able to do the exact same performance up this big hill, if you will. No downshifts, was able to pick up speed if I really wanted to. First time kind of pushing the truck a little bit that hard, and realistically just wanted to make it home, so I didn't like go super crazy with it. But I would say, and that's why I'm saying, the driving experience is different, but the power is not any different. Second gen Burnout truck definitely needs a little bit of love here and there. This thing fought us a little bit, but you know, with some ingenuity in the throttle pedal, we were still able to get it done, put on a good show. Again, if you missed Mid-Michigan, they have another event towards the end of the year, so I would highly suggest you guys put that on the calendar. Shorty does what Shorty does. I think either a belt or a pulley is hopefully going bad, because I do believe that I heard a little bit of a noise, which we will have to get into probably in a different video. The next event that we will be at in full force is Ultimate Call Out Challenge, so make sure you guys are there for that. The only other thing that I forgot to mention, I really want to extend the neck of this trailer like 3 feet. I need somebody to do that. I haven't found anybody to kind of help me accomplish that task. I've gone through my normal resources of people that we deal with, and I need somebody to help me extend the neck of this trailer, because if I could do that, I could get the weight off of these ramps, and I'd be able to fit a couple longer trucks on this trailer. If I could get that tire up here, I have plenty enough room up here. I need to extend that about 2 or 3 feet, make sure it is structurally sound to put a truck up there. But if I gained that, man, I gained like 5 feet down here, which would be absolutely phenomenal. We did redo the wiring on the StepDeck. If you guys remember last year, we kind of had it rigged a little bit up here, and I wanted to keep the deck insanely clean. I don't want anything on here. If I don't have to use those hookups, I don't want to, because we've got these Cali hookups. So what we did is we got this whip cord, this 7-way whip cord. Is kind of hard to see down here. I went ahead and took down all the wiring underneath here, ran it to about here, and that way I can hook it up right back here. Need to kind of do a little tweak right there, but this cord actually worked out insanely well. Got it off Amazon, so I mean, if you're looking for something similar, we're probably going to switch a lot of that stuff over to this kind of like coiled up cord. It worked out extremely well. We did manage to adjust the fifth wheel because it was back over here, so we put her back in the center. Plenty of room to swing in the back. So overall, I would say adjustment-wise, hooking up the 389 to the StepDeck for the first time went pretty smooth. We didn't film any of that because I was definitely a little nervous on getting it adjusted, hooking it up. I was worried about a little bit of the room on the fenders. But as far as the StepDeck goes, we have got an absolute mile of clearance between here and the fenders, and it looks like it really won't be too bad with the enclosed trailer. But that will be the next test, hooking up the big enclosed trailer to that, because the mounting deck is completely straight. It doesn't really hump up like the StepDeck does. But overall, everything is going super well with the new truck. I'm very excited to keep using it. Very excited to bring the 379 up to snuff with the rest of the fleet. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. If you haven't already gotten entered in our Dream Wheel and Tire giveaway, make sure you guys go get entered in that. Coming to a close in a few short weeks. We're not running it very long, so make sure you guys go to Rentrix.com. Every dollar that you spend automatically gets counted towards a Dream Wheel and Tire setup of your choice, or you can opt for $7,000 if you want. But anyway, appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video very, very soon. See ya.